really been pleased with the last few days of practice, with their players' effort and the execution that we've had in such a short time. Unfortunately, we've had a few players go down with injuries, which is somewhat of a little setback for them, but we hopefully will get them back on the floor here in the near future, here in the next few days, which will be beneficial for us because of our lack of numbers. But we just hope that we can continue to move forward and continue to get better. And I think some great things could really be in store for us, so we're excited.
Coach, could you talk more specifically about the injuries, who they involved?
Just two guys. I think Jalen Courtney has been down with an injury, and also who else is it? Camouche. Charles Camouche has been out for the last few days, and we got Jalen back yesterday for practice. And Camouche still could be out until possibly early next week.
Johnny, with your 2 point guards, after a few weeks, where do you see them as far as being an extension of the coach type thing? Are you comfortable with them in that role?
I think both of those guys have definitely made a great deal of progress. I've been very pleased with Hickey and Corbin Collins as well. Both guys have been very competitive and have really pushed each other each day, and I think because of that, both have gotten better on both ends of the floor, offensively and defensively.
Has Corbin surprised you a little bit with how ready he's been for this level?
Well, you know, you look at his body and as big and as strong as he is, but his development tells you that he's come out of a great program. And he's been well coached because of some of the things that he's capable of doing on the floor. He understands the game, and one of the things I think he has a real good feel for what he's doing out there, and have really could understand it.
Siobhan's a guy I think that's played a lot on the wing because of his length and athleticism. Is he going to have to help you a little bit around the basket?
Absolutely. Last several days we've actually had Siobhan playing a little bit more post area for us because of our injuries in practice and lack of numbers, and he has been a pleasant surprise for us, and he's been able to bell and defend post guys, and he's done an excellent job offensively, been able to stretch the defense because of his ability to shoot from outside and his quickness of getting to the rim. So he will have to, we're looking forward to him playing inside and out for us and playing multiple positions.
With Malik, just talk a little bit about his progress he's made in the first couple of weeks.
I tell you, Malik's really been good. He came in this summer, worked extremely hard in the strength and conditioning program. We were able to have some hands-on with him with his development in terms of his skill work, and he's made some progress. He's continued to improve. He shoots the ball well. He has shot the ball well for us in the last few weeks, and he puts in a lot of time, extra time, in working on his game, and I think that's really going to be beneficial for Malik, and it's going to help us as well. But he's gotten bigger and stronger, and plays a lot more physical than he did when we initially started practice.
Coach, some of the players at Media Day talked about Shane and him adjusting to the American style of play, his Euro step, saying he gets away with some travels when he thinks it isn't. And just talk about how he's progressed just on the floor and his understanding of the American game.
I think he has a great understanding of the game and the rules, but I think what has happened is Shane has really made progress because I think one of the things that he was going to have to get used to, like the other freshmen, was the speed of the game and how physical it was, and I think he's adapted well. He's been a lot more physical now in practice, and I think in terms of just his ability out there playing and understanding adjustments and defending defensively, and his understanding of how quick you have to make his move to the basket or to get a shot. He's made that adjustment. And Shane's one of those guys that have really a good feel for it as well, and a really good basketball. He's really basketball savvy.
And when I talked to him at media day, he talked about his more natural position being the 2. Can you see him getting some time in the backcourt?
Oh, absolutely, and that's what he'll play for us. The 2 and the 3 in our system is essentially the same. The difference is the 3-man would probably get a bigger defensive assignment for a bigger guy to defend, or he will run a different lane where we're running our break, but everything else offensively and all those things is essentially the same. So he will be primarily on the perimeter for us.
When you were at North Texas, did you have scrimmages with other teams, or did you do exhibition games?
Both. I'd always try and do one scrimmage with an opposing team because I think it gives you an opportunity to work against a different opponent and put some other things in and have an opportunity to work on different things. And at the same time, I'd like to do the exhibition game because it would give us an opportunity to be under the lights and go through some game day things that we would normally do and give our administration and game day people an opportunity to get the kinks out if they're there. So I like doing both, and I think it's been beneficial for us.
Well, all right, when you go in your scrimmage, what are you going to be looking for? How are you approaching it? What approach are you going to take?
Well, the good thing for us and for me with this team, because it's a new group of guys, that will give them an opportunity to get on the road and get them used to what we'll do, the film work tonight prior to the game, pre-game meal, what's expected of them, what they can expect of us, the routine that they need to possibly get into on the floor. Just want to make sure that our guys, it will be good for them because you're looking at another opponent to try to run our plays and see where we are in terms of executing defensively, where we are, and it gives you an opportunity to expose your team in some areas where we really need to get better and continue to work. And there will be some things that we would do well that we have to really get excited about. So I think it's a great teaching tape in time, and that's what we would use it for.
Going back to the point guards, with your up and down style and getting up and down the floor, how important is it to have 2 point guards that you know you can rely on?
Well, I'll tell you, I love running 2 point guards in, and I think at times you can see both guys in the game at the same time because they're good decision makers. Both of them are good, solid defenders, and we'll really use a lot of different lineups. But I think anytime you'll play and try and play a little bit more up-tempo, numbers are extremely important to keep the pressure on the opposing team.
Has practice been limited in any way because of the injuries and the number of problems you already have?
Yeah, you want to try to extend your practices this time of year. A lot of times people will try to get to at least 3 hours or so during a day, and that's really maximizing it. And when you talk about that, you want to make sure that your intensity level is the thing that's really important, not just going through your plays, but at the rate that you're going through them. And we're good, and I think in terms of our intensity level, you just don't have any rest, break, or time to take guys out. So there are areas that we have to kind of cut back in.